Good morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever time it is where you're at. Has been a while since I've done a rant, so I know a lot of you like my rants, so this is my newest one. I'm sure I got some people that aren't going to like this, but I have to say it. I am a Trump supporter. I'm a conservative and Republican. That being said, I'm also a veteran, and I have fought for the basic liberties everybody has and is entitled to or should have. One of them being freedom of speech, and I'm going to exercise my freedom for my speech right now. And basically, the whole deal with Trump and this transgender thing. Basically, I agree with them. Now, I want to break it down for a minute. So this is what he said. Our military must be focused on the decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that transgender in the military would entail. Now, with that in mind, I have a relative who's transgender, and I support their right to be transgender. And I do understand there's a lot of costs that occur with that. There's hormone treatments, surgeries, and for somebody to be in the military and to have to go through this process would only really add to the frustration and inability to actually carry it out. If you want to be transgender, great, fine, do your thing. The military, I don't feel, is a place to do it. You know, when you're out in a war zone, you can't be worried about whether or not you're going to get your hormone treatment or whether or not you're recovering fast enough from a sex change surgery or an implantation surgery or any of this other stuff. Your mind is set, and you got to be in that state of mind. And that's all that Trump is saying here. He's not saying he's against transgenders. He's not saying he doesn't support the LGBT community. He doesn't say any of that. What he's saying is that he's confirmed with his military advisors and everybody else, and basically stating that transgenders, it wouldn't be easy for them in the military, so negating that, not letting them in at all. Now, you got some of these transgender military people that have already been out, that are retired or whatnot, that had their surgeries or their hormone treatments after the said fact of being in the military. They didn't do this while they were in, or maybe they started part of the process, but they weren't in a war zone. And you can't be in a war zone or out on a ship. Say you have a surgery and you're out there and something goes horribly wrong and you get an infection, you die from that infection. What you want to do. And the other thing that's bothering me is everybody's jumping on his bandwagon like, oh, he should shut his mouth and every blah, blah, blah. Like, take this picture, for instance. Do you all even watch the fucking show MASH? That guy wasn't transgender, for Christ's sake. He was just trying to get kicked out. He didn't want to be there, so he was doing everything he thought he could do while he was there to get kicked out. One of them was cross-dressing. And you know what? They told him, no, you're screwed, you're shit out of luck, you're staying here. So people are posting this picture like it's supposed to be something like fucking, you know, fucking go-to for transgenders in the military. Give me a fucking break. Look, I exercise my freedom of speech. I know I'm probably getting a lot of people that's going to disagree with me on this, but I do agree with Trump, and I don't feel the military is a place for transgenders. We just recently allowed for people to be openly gay in the military. Before, it was a don't ask, don't tell situation because of the havoc it can involve, because you got people that are homophobic or don't want to be, you know, on a ship with openly gay people or out in the battlefield with openly gay people because for whatever reasons. It's the same with having females in the battlefield. A guy's natural instinct when a female is hurt is try to help her. More so than he does other men. A woman crying in pain, a guy wants to help. That's just our built-in instinct. So having a woman on the forefront in the war zone, it doesn't add to the stability of being there. And the same would be for the transgenders. You know, having to worry about whether or not, like I said, their surgery, their hormone treatments or everything, and then getting upset because they're not going to be able to do these things. You know what? The military is not a place. And all these other transgenders coming out, the Navy SEAL guy that came out, it's all like, I'd like him to say that face to face. Well, you know what? Do your thing outside the military, but I just think it's ridiculous. Like I said, I do have a cousin that's transgender, and I support him 100%. Do your thing, but do it on your own accord. Remember, when people go into the military, they are signing a contract, basically negating their own rights and liberties for yours for the next so many years for that contract. It's not about you anymore. It's your country and everybody you're fighting for and all their rights and liberties and everything. Do what you want to do when you get out. Start the process when you're close to term to get out. But don't expect to do it while you're in. And like I said, I support Trump on this. Don't read the text and be thinking, oh, he's gay, homophobic. It's bullshit. It is what it is. Get over it.